Alright, so next module we have in our mesh, which is primitives, and one of the easiest of all that. So let's take first node, which is cone, and let's remove our group input because we don't need it. So what this does, this obviously spawn a cone, and it gives us bunch of option to either change the cone size, the segment, the radius, up, bottom, depth, all that stuff. But also we can able to let me actually get it. Let me get a grid, and let's increase this grid to at least 6. Yeah, and now let's spawn instance on point, and let's actually do this, right? But you can see we have a section here which lets us go through this stuff, which is top or bottom. So you can see currently it is selected as top, which means the white portion is on top of it. Here, let me change the color a little bit to red. Okay, great. So this is our top portion. Why does it change? Great. So this is our top portion, which is white. Then if I change it to bottom, it will give you bottom portion. Then if I select a side portion, then it will add only side portion. And you also get additional option to link it in a UV map. So you can also get that as your selection. So that is our cone. Then we have cube, and we already know what cube does. It spawns a cube. So we have cube here, so we can tweak the size X, Y, and Z. We can add bunch of vertex in between. You can see. I like to keep it normally for 2, right? But you also get option to get the UV map as your output. So that is a cube. Then we have cylinder, and it obviously adds a cylinder, and we can change the vertex, size, file segment, radius, depth, and we can change the type as n-gon or triangles. I like to keep it normally. And then we also got this top, side, bottom UV map portion, which lets us choose individual things. Then we have grid, which is simple. It spawns a bunch of grid on our instance on point. So if we increase our grid size, we can see what it is doing. We can add a bunch of vertex. It also lets us choose the UV map as output. So that was grid. Then we have Icosphere, and as its name says, it spawns Icosphere, and you can change the radius, subdivision. That was Icosphere. Then we have mesh circle, and this is exactly this curve. So sorry, mesh, and then we have circle. So it is exactly that. Then we can obviously change it as n-gon or anything. We can change the vertex as well. We can change the radius. That was mesh circle. Then we have mesh line, and as its name says, it spawn line on top of our geometry. So this is lines, and then we can obviously increase or decrease the vertex, and we can change the location. We can change the offset of the end point there, and then obviously we can add a endpoint option as well. We can tweak between either offset or endpoint mode. That was line. Then we have UV sphere. So we can spawn bunch of UV sphere, and we can do all the operations, all the standard operation for the mesh. So that was mesh primitives. Again, it is self-explanatory, so there is no summary for this video as well, because it is quite easy to understand. And that's it. Thanks for watching. Like and share this video, and subscribe to channel so you don't miss the next part.